everybody.
Hey, I'm sitting down.
Welcome to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast. This is the breakdown. We're here to break it all down. Basically, we're going to break down Raw from Monday. Not yesterday, damn. Monday. We're going to talk a little AEW and Dynamite that happened yesterday. Eric watched a lot of that. So,
Thunder Tits.
Yeah, that was hilarious. It was a good week in wrestling, and it's a fun week. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and we're on the road to Dynasty.
It's next week already.
Yeah. So
I don't like how they did that, but I guess they wanted to do it before WrestleMania.
I mean, Swerve got a lot off his chest.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And a lot of people thought that he was speaking for the fans. And he was like just addressing a lot of the criticism and blaming it all on Moxley.
Well, I mean, Moxley sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of what he said was true.
I thought it was a good promo. But
he's going to win on next Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to order it yet, but I'll let you know.
All right. Yeah, those Sunday ones are fucking insane. I miss when AEW used to do the Saturday pay-per-views.
Yeah, me too.
That's actually what turned me off of AEW is when they started doing Sunday.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying.
Yeah,
isn't it funny how WWE started doing Saturdays and AEW started doing Sundays?
Yeah, because WWE started doing Saturdays because Peacock said do Saturday. Like it's better for Peacock because Peacock had, especially during football season.
Yeah,
it's better for Peacock if WWE's pay-per-view events were on Saturday or PLEs were on Saturday.
Well, a lot of people like to go out and drink on Saturdays too. And I saw a lot of, when we went to SmackDown, you saw your guys there with the big beers and everything.
Yeah.
And I almost got one, but I was fucking.
Maybe when they start doing
I got a water. You okay, buddy? I hope the camera caught that.
When they start doing reviews on Max, maybe they'll start moving it back to Saturday.
Doug almost just had choked on his water. You all right, man?
Let me check.
I think so. I think God's trying to give me a way out.
All right. Well, we're here to break it down. It was a good week in wrestling. I enjoyed.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
I don't know. You had an out-of-body experience. That was crazy. Raw was good. Raw was solid, but the main event. I mean, I was kind of bitching about Raw. I haven't loved the direct, and that's kind of why I wasn't really sure about doing an episode because I don't want to be that one guy that's shitting on everything on the road to wrestling.
No, I agree with you. I thought it was.
Leave that to pro wrestling world.
Yeah, but I didn't. It wasn't my favorite episode. It was one of my least favorite episodes in the Netflix era. I thought there was enough solid stuff on it, but that ending was brutal, man.
Yeah, I think they're trying to drag to WrestleMania. They're trying to.
I would a badass main event. I mean, if you're gonna do Penta and Braun before WrestleMania, just let them fucking knock it out of the park. And the fact that, and trust me, I love seeing Carlito and Raw. Seeing Carlito standing tall to main event an episode of Raw, that makes me happy inside. But Finn Balor and all that, they need to give this guy some wins and bring him back into the conversation if they're going to keep doing this. Because I'm tired of watching him lose in the main event and then fucking beat somebody's ass the next week. And not win a match.
I think it might be a fatal four-way.
He's been in 3 or 4 consecutive Raw main event. Not consecutive, but in the Netflix era. And he's lost every single one of them.
Yeah. I mean, and Eric, I believe you are right. I think that is the plan as a fatal four-way at WrestleMania.
Which I don't like because there's already 2 triple threat matches. I don't like these multiple.
Well,
it's turned into WrestleMania 2000 real fast.
Well, here's the thing. It goes back to everybody's got to get a Mania payday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, put everybody on the card, and there's more talented guys than ever on the roster.
Yeah,
that deserve.
So it's put everybody on the card because here's the thing: they have to shorten WrestleMania SmackDown. So the SmackDown before the night of WrestleMania, they have to shorten it, or at least I think they have to, by an hour, because the Hall of Fame is right after. You're not going to do 3 hours, and then everybody fucking has to run over because they're not doing SmackDown and the Hall of Fame in the same building.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Into a theater. So they have to end it at 10 or whatever, or it might even be, sooner than that. There might not even be a SmackDown that night.
Yeah.
All right. We don't know that nothing has been really confirmed except for Hall of Fame is that night. It's at 10 o'clock.
7 o'clock local.
I'm sure there'll be a SmackDown from 8 to 10.
Yeah. So, they have to shorten that by an hour. And the rule is everybody's got to, everybody should get on the card. Because usually with that WrestleMania SmackDown, you could fit an Andre Battle Royal on there. You could fit a match that you can't fit on the regular card. Because now that Triple H likes to do the minimal, number of matches, everybody's got to get a payday. It's been like that since the beginning of WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, I get it.
WrestleMania's 4 through 7 each had 14 to 16 matches on it. WrestleMania's 2 and 3 had 12.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
And WrestleMania 9 is the first WrestleMania that was actually considered or WrestleMania 8. I mean, it's the first WrestleMania they had since WrestleMania 1 or WrestleMania 1. Just wear a cup that way I don't have
on my face.
Yeah. Just WrestleMania 8 is the first WrestleMania since WrestleMania 1 to only have 8 or 9 matches on there, but that's because the cable company told Vince it's you're not really doing good as far as buy rates go, so we're not going to give you 4 hours. We're going to give you 3 hours for WrestleMania. And then and you can only fit so much in a 3-hour span, especially when your title matches are going to go 15, 16 minutes. Hogan's got to go fucking 20, even though he's working with a guy that can only go 7.
Yep.
But it's always been and now that they're on Peacock, they can go as late as they want.
Yeah.
And that's good for a Saturday, but not necessarily good for a Sunday. So you have to do these multi-man matches, or else you're going to get stuck with a 20-match card, 10 matches on both nights. So I might not like it either because I don't think Finn Balor belongs in the Intercontinental title picture. He already lost.
Yeah.
But I can understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
I guess it's a way to protect Braun Baker too. So either Finn gets the pin or Dominic gets the pin.
I got a feeling they're planning on putting a title on Dominic.
And I completely hear your point about WrestleMania, but I also what WrestleMania is also in its foundation and what it has become throughout the years is a pinnacle of great storytelling. And the best, greatest rivalry should take place at WrestleMania. I'll take them up. Roman, Seth, and CM Punk, there's stakes and story and all of that. So I'll take that. Penta, Finn, and this seems like a little thrown together a little bit to where I'd rather see a badass blockbuster match with Penta and Braun or something like that.
I wish they had saved that for
Finn and Dom on the card. I completely understand all that, but I thought they were going to do Gable and Penta. But I just want, as long as it's the best stories and I understand getting everybody on there, getting everybody paid. I completely respect that. But I also like everything meaning something. And Triple H is really trying to do that. So I'd like to stick with that, of every little story beat matters. And these are stories that take place. Cena and Cody is a genuine story, they're trying to make Bianca, Rhea, and Io a story, and they're doing an all right job. But
it's funny to me how like with Rhea, Bianca, and Io, it's like they needed a way to get Io Sky in the match at WrestleMania because she's over.
Yeah.
And we talked about this last week.
yeah,
And the way they chose to do it, a lot of people weren't happy with because you took the title off Rhea and put it on Io.
yeah,
Instead of doing what they always fucking do. And that's
well, some people were just mad about how they did it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't. If you do it in a more compelling way, I don't mind. The whole Rhea just being an idiot for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't love.
well, no. What I mean is that like the way they did it with putting the title on Io, and then like normally what it would be is okay, Bianca would interfere in the match, Io would feel screwed, and then Pierce would be like, all right, fine, you're in the match.
Yeah.
You put the title on Io, but you turn Rhea into the whiny, bitchy, which she should not be that.
Yeah.
No,
Which is what
she
you
should
have
be
been saying.
badass.
Right. And now they're going to do this thing to where like they're going to do it anyway by, Bianca's going to screw them over. Pierce is going to be like, all right, fuck it. It's a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Because what they're doing here is like the contract's already been signed.
What if she beats Io clean though, and Io's out of the picture? What if this was just a little diversion, and then maybe Io gets involved in the match? What if this is a way to kind of write her off now?
It's possible, but you're looking 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Contract's already been signed. It's got Io's name on it.
That's giving away a big, because there's two stories there. Her and Bianca going at it is what we all want to see, Rhea and Bianca. And I like Io a lot, but I think Rhea and Io have a separate, really good story of Rhea not being able to beat her.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why I pushed back a little bit when you said it was like because they put the title on Io. It's that match wasn't great, and the whole thing with Bianca didn't make Bianca look that good. And I know they're trying to tell a story. I just wasn't a fan of that particular one, And it's not just because Io Sky gets the belt. You can do 100 other things, give that woman the belt, and I'm still fucking with it. I just the way they went about it. And the way they're building this WrestleMania match, I'm starting to get on board a little bit more. And I think Rhea and Io will knock it out of the park this time. But
yeah,
that's something that's still brewing. I love Bianca. I love Rhea. I love Io. So, and whatever match that does take place at WrestleMania, it's going to be a fucking badass match anyway. So, I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
I recognize that Bianca is a great wrestler. I've never been a fan of her character.
I'm a huge fan.
Well, and the thing with her character is
against the
it's a heel character almost, but she's gotten herself a good babyface following. But it's time for her to go heel.
Wow.
Oh yeah, then I would be a fan. I would like her to be heel.
Because she's been you said this though. Yeah, you've said it that Bianca should go heel.
I don't know. You gotta. Where's the tapes? I didn't say that shit.
In my opinion, I just think Bianca's just a boring babyface.
If they go in the direct, I don't think she's a boring babyface. I don't agree with that at all. I think she's a super over babyface with a damn good babyface theme song. And when she whips the hair and comes out and I never needed you. She's a fucking badass. And she puts on great matches. And she's a whole
I get that.
Like when she in the Elimination Chamber, when she whips Liv across the fucking back, that's a babyface doing that to a heel and everybody cheers. But everybody's going, shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, she could do that as a heel, but I mean, she is over as a babyface in my opinion.
Oh no, I know that. I don't know. I just not my cup. I don't know.
It's getting to the point where she's been a babyface since she's been on the main roster, so it might be time for a change.
It's
already
kind of the way
showed
I felt about
Why does she need to go
Bailey
full on?
before I became a huge fan of Bailey.
Can't we let Naomi have a little time to like make her own path?
Yeah,
And then to get
I
to
agree with
that.
that.
Not that two women can't go heel at the same time, but like Naomi just went heel and just called Bianca an ungrateful bitch. If they turn that into, I was working with her the whole time, it's a little weird. Like I kind of fucking, I kind of want that to play out a little bit. Maybe Naomi finds a way to beat Jade, and then you get Bianca and Naomi in the future. Or I'd love to see Bianca and Jade. So I mean,
they've already taken the mystique off Jade by having Liv Morgan beat her.
no, they didn't. Liv Morgan's
Be right back.
one of the top competitors and the MVP of 2024. She's a women's world champion. She really came into her own, and that's a top player. There's nothing wrong with losing to her. You don't get the steam taken off you by losing to like a fucking. I was about to say like Shawn Michaels. I don't know if I would compare her to Shawn Michaels, but still, if you lose to a main event player, Liv is one of the big money, and they've kept her. She's been booked better than Rhea coming out of the feud, and she lost the title. She's a fucking beast, and I think she has knocked every opportunity out of the park. And I think Liv Morgan's heel character, what she has developed of this like fucking like bully asshole fucking like sex appeal, she uses it and fucking but she's like this bitchy little sister too. This whole villainous character is perfect, and I think her beating anybody, like just like I say, Goldberg didn't have to lose his mystique from Kevin Nash beating him. Like same thing with this. Jade doesn't lose anything in my eyes from losing to a talent like Liv Morgan, especially when there was nefarious acts involved too.
And the funny thing about Liv Morgan too is the fact that like they could have easily taken Dominic away from her after the Rhea title match, because it looked like he was in the doghouse and all that, and then all of a sudden he's back to helping Liv and Raquel.
Yeah, and they've kept her hot, like the tag titles, and now she's giving Lyra the rub a little bit.
Yeah, I could see her being the one to take the title off Lyra, and that would not be a bad thing, because definitely
that would help that fucking title.
It would help the title, and Liv and Lyra working together. I feel like because Lyra's character is just she's putting on good matches.
Besides that, what is the character?
And it's just like when she comes out and she tries to get people to go up and do the woo or the whatever, the thing, and nobody wants to fucking do that. Like it's like you have to fucking go out and you have to hand people money to get them to do your fucking chant.
They were doing it in the last place they were at. But she isn't the most over character on the show. I don't think that's a wrong thing to say. But I agree with you, and I know you like her, and I agree with you that she does put on pretty good matches.
Yeah, it's just
she's a good underdog.
Yeah.
But as far as her legitimizing this belt, I think a Liv Morgan could really help the title.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Like,
and her doing the double championship with the tag belt and that. Like she could, because Liv Morgan, like give her everything, because she has proven to be a great character on the show. That character that she has developed, like I'm not trying to just, and I'm saying this as someone that was like, I don't get it. I'm not into it. I don't see it. When she was doing her babyface shit against Ronda and all the other stuff, like I always thought I didn't think she was gonna last. I really didn't. What she developed with the whole Liv Morgan revenge tour and the Judgment Day and that whole story with Rhea Ripley, Rhea's stock was already high. It did get elevated from that, but if anybody's stock fucking rose tenfold, it was Liv Morgan. She was the shit. She kind of helped make Raquel. Raquel's growing on me a little bit now. Her chemistry with Dominic is amazing. She has built up a really great heel character in that. She kind of took over for Alexa Bliss.
Right. And the funny thing is that, like, you brought it up earlier. They had her cash in Money in the Bank on Ronda. Ronda did a job. Ronda did a couple jobs for her, and then Ronda's like, she did a couple jobs on me. I got to kill her career now.
I didn't
Which-
think she was that over though when she was beating Ronda.
Well,
I think she's over now.
Well, that's the thing. You can't get over while beating Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey will not make you look good. Because she is a selfish, ungrateful, ugly bitch.
You had a lot of shit going on in WWE this past year, and the best storyline that was going on was Liv and Rhea.
Yeah, because Liv and Rhea cared about getting over the story and getting each other over.
And that's
When
the
Liv
thing.
was working with Ronda, Ronda didn't care.
I know, and they tell the story, and that's the thing. Rhea was a part of great storytelling in that, and she looked like a badass the whole time. That is all I'm saying about the shit that they're doing with her now. Is she looks a little badass, but she also, like I said, came across as whiny. And I'm not saying it's anything on her. I think she's doing her best with what she's given. But I think in terms of that, I think that hurts the story a little bit. Because I think she is this badass character that should, not that she can't get vulnerable. She was vulnerable in the Dom shit. They fucked her over. Fucking, Liv and him made out right in front of her. But she still came across as a badass. And when her and fucking Damien and the fucking Terror Twins got together, like, she always came across as that cool fucking figure. If they can keep her as that, that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
That's literally all I want.
Yeah.
Because she is the best that this division has to offer. She is the best women's wrestler currently going. Number 2 is fucking Toni Storm. But Rhea Ripley is number 1 as far as box office popularity. Fucking like shit. Like people that don't know wrestling kind of know Rhea Ripley. Like it's become that. She's a star. She's helped carry that company. So she's an absolute badass, and I just want to see her keep being presented as one.
Yep, and they're doing the same thing with Toni Storm over at the other side.
Her shit has been great. there is no bad booking going on with her at all. And that's the one thing I'll give Tony, the other Tony. God, there is no bad booking going on with Toni Storm. Her shit has been fabulous. Thunderjets. It's Thunderstorm. Not anymore.
I think Tony Khan has done a great job with Swerve and Toni Storm in the last year.
Swerve, it's kind of hit or miss because you didn't know if he was a heel or a babyface.
Yeah, but he's so over still. A year later, that
they've been chanting Swerve's house the whole time. He's done a great job in whatever he was given. Whatever he was given, he did to the max. He, for a short transitional world title reign, it was a good world title reign. And every match, he fucking brought it. Every promo, he brought it. And he was the right guy to main event in front of 50,000 or whatever people in Wembley with Daniel Bryan. And that was a big moment. That was like one of their last great moments.
Yeah.
And he was a part of that. And he helped make that. And he was, and he knew his role and that he kind of had to play the heel for that. Even though he's a big baby face, sometimes wrestling makes you do that. And you're going against a bigger baby face that this is a big moment for him in front of his kids and shit. And you kind of got to be an asshole a little bit. And he did that, and he made it work. And I have nothing but respect for Swerve Strickland. I think he's the fucking man. And I think whenever he's fucking given a big shot, he makes the most of it.
Now he's going to get rewarded on that Sunday by beating Mox.
He might be the guy.
Being that hero.
He might be the guy.
Well, and that's the thing is that Tony Khan has to think. It's like, okay, Tony Khan has to hear the criticism. He has to hear the negativity. Now, I don't know if he's just ignoring it or what, but the whole thing, people have been wanting the Death Riders to end for a while, myself included. Like the whole thing, and I said this last week, Tony Khan is giving guys that he's been a huge fan of for so many years that he grew up watching, he's giving them the big moments, the big run. Even though he's got a bunch of guys on his roster who he can build as his future. But
Strickland and Toni Storm.
Right. But he's going back to, okay, Jericho's a big name.
He's going back to the well. That's what I said last week and a couple weeks before that, is that Mox and Jericho really helped in the early days of that company. And I think he still thinks I can keep getting money out of these guys. I need to go back to the well. People are kind of fucking shitting on shit. Like, I think this Death Riders thing was a response to people not liking the Elite heel turn. So they kind of went back on that. And they're like, all right, I'm going to give them Mox. They like Mox. I'm going to give them Mox. Now everybody's turned on Mox. So I'm sure Tony's in a spot
because they
where he's like, I don't know
expected
what
Shane McMahon.
Yeah, but still. I mean, like, Mox was a beloved figure. We watched fucking Revolution last week. We saw the pop he got when he won the title. Nobody in attendance was upset. Now when he comes out, people groan. They never groaned before. They loved him. Same thing with Jericho. Please Retire was never. They went from singing his theme song to fucking Please Retire.
Please retire.
It's fucking these guys. You can't go back to the well on these guys. Now the future, the guys that have been being like built and like putting on great matches and shit. Now you put them out. And I know I'm not. Kyle Fletcher, Danny Garcia. I don't see it. But Hobbs, Darby, even get Jack Perry back into the fold. Because you made your choice with Jack Perry. Oh, you chose Jack Perry over Punk? You got to go with Jack Perry now. And I think he does. He is a good character that does interesting shit. I like the scapegoat shit when he does it. I think he was the shining light of that Elite thing. Was him like acting like this Jesus Christ like cult figure. And him like kind of being a weirdo. I thought it really worked. And imagine the pop. If they fucking do this Christian thing and the patriarchy keeps getting mad at him. If they build to a match with him and fucking Luchasaurus, and Luchasaurus starts fucking he comes back and he's getting away from the fray, and they do him and fucking Christian and all in Texas or something, and then you hear that jungle and fucking Jack Perry came back out as Jungle Boy. Imagine the pop that would get.
Well, remember, Luchasaurus has been out. He had double pneumonia in his.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to get healthy again.
Yeah.
That's why I prefaced him.
Well, and that's why, like, he keeps trying to tell everybody he's healthy. I can come back. But they keep sending him to the doctor, and the doctor's like, no, he's not. Like they want to get Sky Blue back, and Sky Blue is ready to go. They just don't know where to insert her yet.
I'm just saying, you bring Jack Perry back as Jungle Boy, that's money.
Yeah. And
he was the ultimate underdog for them. Or you bring him in as a heel and bring Sammy in and let them do something together, like a heel team.
Yeah. Like as far as like they need to basically, like, Tony Khan has let Cope and Christian Cage ruin their legacies. I get it. People were happy with Christian Cage and like he was getting over by being this monster heel. He's
done better work than Cope. I don't care if you don't like him or not. Yeah, that's personal. I'm talking. This is entertainment, and I know you don't get.
Yeah, but what has he done though in the last couple of months? He's been holding a contract that they did not want to They did not want him to cash in.
That was stupid. The stuff with Samoa Joe and Hook wasn't terrible mid card stuff though.
Yeah,
but he fucking has done better work than Cope. You have to admit that.
Oh no, I'm going to. Here's the funny thing, and Aunt Sharon has said this many times. Christian Cage is actually better than Adam Copeland. Christian has always been a better worker than Edge. The thing is that Edge is better on the mic, and Edge has always gone like that extra mile.
Well, the plain thing in the Ruthless Aggression era was it was always up to one man, and the one man, old Vinnie Mac, always saw Edge more than Christian.
Yeah.
Christian was one of those guys that he didn't see it at all. And that's why Christian has always had to go elsewhere to be great. That's why his AEW run's been great, because he doesn't have that WWE censorship. Fucking Edge, WWE always believed in Edge, so Edge got to do some of the greatest, most epic work of his career on the biggest stage. Edge has WrestleMania matches with The Undertaker that are phenomenal. Edge has stuff that Christian doesn't have. As far as the career and the legacy that both men have built, I love Christian. He's put on some great matches. But as far as spectacle and the amount of people that have came to see their work, Edge is the fucking man. That is one of John Cena's greatest rivals.
Yeah.
There's some people that want fucking Cope to say, fuck all this, come back and work with Cena for his last run. Like, fucking people. Like,
I bet you Beth Phoenix is one of those people.
She might be. But fucking. And I love Edge, and I'm not trying to talk, but his run in AEW has been disastrous to me. When they say that Mercedes has been a big bust, I disagree. I think Cope is a way bigger bust than she ever could be.
Well,
I thought she's put on entertaining matches, been a part of good stories. I can't say the same thing for him. He had some good stuff with Christian, but I think Christian's mic work. I know you don't like the dad stuff, but his promos cut deep, and he has done some entertaining shit. When they say there's not enough storytelling going on in that show, Christian's doing some great storytelling, talking his shit.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, and I don't like the patriarchy because, like, to me, Nick Wayne has no talent, and Kip Sabian had a hot wife. All right. But now, like, he's part of the. Basically, the two best things in that group besides Christian are Mother Wayne's tits. Mother Wayne belongs in a stepmom porno. Okay. Like, she should be fucking taking $50 bills off a fucking stripper pole instead of being in the fucking wrestling business. I don't like the patriarchy. Christian, yes, he is still technically over. The whole thing with him cashing in the world title, I don't think he should be in the world title picture.
No,
not anymore. But if you look at, like, back in the day, remember, he went to TNA when Vince told him you're never going to be a big star, and Christian became a big star in TNA. And because Vince McMahon was proven wrong, when Christian came back, Vince McMahon went to Todd Grisham and said, "We're getting Christian back tonight, pal. No sell it. I don't want him to be important."
It's Christian.
Okay. Like, that was instead of Vince McMahon going up to Christian and saying, "You proved me wrong, pal. You're a big star." He's like, "Fuck you. You proved me wrong. I'm going to bury your ass."
Well, I mean, but also, and Christian was a big star, and he was super over, and he was in the main event, and people were cheering his name. But TNA didn't have the audience that WWE ever had.
Oh, I understand that, but it's just like,
it's not like he was drawing monstrous crowd. He didn't do an MJF. He didn't draw 80,000.
Right. No, I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying it's that, like, he proved that he can work on top.
Yeah. Okay.
Vince never thought he could. Vince got proved wrong, and instead of admitting, I was wrong, which nobody should be surprised that he didn't do that because of those 6 episodes in the Vince McMahon documentary when they pointed out everything that he did that he could technically get arrested for, and he justified everything he fucking did.
I mean, you're saying everything I've been saying in a way of the main event picture does not need to. I like Christian a lot, and I do think that he has done some great work. I don't mind Mox. I do think he needs to take a break, and I like Cope, and I just think he hasn't been a part of some great stuff in AEW so far. I just think I agree with you. The main event picture needs a complete, and Swerve's the right direction.
Yeah.
Give the belt to Swerve, and then fucking put Powerhouse Hobbs in there. I've been saying Hobbs, Swerve, Hangman, MJF, Ospreay. You can keep Kenny Omega around in the main event scene. But fucking those guys. Darby when he wants to stop fucking trying to kill
I still think Jay White, even though I know you're going to disagree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with Jay White too.
Jay White.
He's young, so fuck it. Put him in there. But fucking those guys.
Even Takeshita.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, what I forever, and I know he's doing his thing with the Continental title, and I know a lot of people say he's working lazy now. Okada and Omega is something you need to do again, and for an AEW ring and an AEW pay-per-view that really means something. Okada,
hopefully all in.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if you do it in Texas, but if they go back to Japan or something, if they go to Japan or fuck, I mean, but those two need to have a big money pay-per-view match for AEW because that is a storied rivalry. I know. There's some people on the panel that thought the matches were overrated, but still, a lot of people love that. And Okada, I do like the heel shit, and I like calling everybody a bitch and stuff. But he is a world title guy that should be in that main event picture, and he's an elite, legit guy. And just give him a mouthpiece and fucking put him in the main event. And like I said, there's numerous AEW guys for the main event picture that could fit well in that main event scene, and they don't go by the name of Moxley, Jericho, Cope, or Christian.
Whatever you do, don't give them down titles.
Attitude Era is my favorite fucking era, so those guys are some of my favorites.
Well, I'll throw a couple of other names in there, and unfortunately, they're former WWE guys. Ricochet, Lashley. I mean, I know they're doing good with Lashley and Shelton right now, but when they wanted to take the tag titles off of Lashley, put him in there.
No, you're right. The two of them do belong in the main event. Big Bill, he's getting over. Ricochet has done nothing but good shit.
Yeah.
That heel shit. He is a little prick, and I still think he's an idiot for leaving WWE, but he has been doing some really good heel work.
Well, even
into the shit.
Even the promo last night when he's like, I'm taking a moment from my wedding with Samantha Irvin, but I got to get back to her because I do have to go back and fuck her. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what he said.
It probably isn't. Ricochet, he has done some good stuff. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby and Shelton are some of the best things on AEW television right now.
Yeah.
And MVP. The Hurt Syndicate is fucking awesome right now.
MVP.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
You think MJF is going to join them?
Who?
MJF.
No. I like the angle, though. But no, I don't think he's going to join. MJF's the man, and he's another one to put the strap on him against it. That's your world title scene right there. All those guys we just named. Get the old farts out of there.
I mean, I still think Kyle Fletcher. I know you don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that. He's a good mid-card guy. Keep him there. Now we're getting crazy.
I did like his match with what's his name last night?
Push Briscoe over fucking Riley.
You're talking about the match with Brody King last night, right?
Yeah, I think Brody should have won.
A lot of people think
poor
that.
Brody. Poor Brody.
I think they should put the TNT title on Brody.
The only repackaging in history where the guys keep losing. Well, actually, I'm sure WWE's done it, but you got to look.
I think they can do something with Brody.
Cleneth's trying to get in this bitch. I'm about done soon, though, to be honest with you.
Huh?
Read the comment.
Yeah, he's trying to get in. But I only got a few more minutes on me anyway.
Oh, let me send him the link.
All right, we'll just get him in here.
He can join in for the last few minutes.
Yes, but AEW, they're going in the right direction. Put the belt on Swerve. I like it.
Yeah.
As far as we already commented on Raw.
Yeah. What about the whole Stephanie Vaquer thing? Her defending both titles.
Badass. They're doing good with her.
Yeah. And it looks like they're heading towards her and Jordan Grace at Stand and Deliver. So.
Yeah.
Eric, what's the status here? Because we're almost ready to be done. So,
send him the link.
Isn't there there's a button here that he probably could have pressed too?
There he is.
Hey, Cleneth.
Hey. Yeah.
No, I wasn't sure if you were joining.
Yeah, it was. And then I got caught up watching the Phillies game, and I went on Facebook and saw you guys just sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been trying to get on?
Well, I didn't realize because I figured you guys didn't do the show after Eric. He told me about it yesterday. I was like, oh, so he usually sends me the link sometime during the day.
Yeah, I forgot I was at work. I totally forgot.
And then
Cleneth,
I was then caught up watching the Phillies game, and I just scrolled on Facebook and ran across your video. It's like, oh, so you guys are actually doing this thing.
yeah. Cleneth, if there's one thing you should learn for the 6 years that we've been doing the show, never assume Eric is going to do anything unless you tell him.
Right.
Cleneth, what'd you think of Raw? Because we're wrapping up here, but I want to get your
Right. So I want to tell you this. Raw was kind of boring to me.
I agree. I thought it sucked.
It didn't give no leeway. And if I think you're just gonna have John Cena show up for his European tour to do 3 promos against Cody Rhodes and not really and to trash your fans, and then that's it. I'm thinking that he's starting to regret not becoming this John Cena monster heel. And then have The Rock not show up afterwards. It's kind of pointless too.
I like the Cena heel stuff. I think that's the only good thing going on the show. I didn't like them screwing up Braun and Penta. I thought the main event was stupid.
Oh yeah, that was really stupid.
The openings, Cody and Cena is good shit in my opinion, and I think Cody's doing some of the best babyface work of his career. Yep. I think he's killing it. As a voice of the people, he's the man. And Cena's doing a good everybody's toxic thing, the whole victim shit.
Yeah, but I want to know why. I think I still haven't got my answer why though.
Yeah,
it's like why? I understand you feel like 25 years, even though 23. Get it right.
Yeah.
I wonder who he's starting to sound like by saying that.
You.
I think he just hung up after he said that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, don't compare me to that bald asshole.
Yeah, I agree. I do like Jey Uso because I think him tripping was on purpose, and I like them whole he's folding under pressure type thing. Can he do it? Him and Gunther's good stuff too.
Do you think are you gonna actually do this, or is this like more like one of those Jay was more like a congratulations, thank you for participating, giving us big ratings, here's your award type of thing, or is he actually gonna win the title?
I think he's gonna win the title. I think they put the strap on him for a little bit. I don't know how long he gets it. But that's why I think Braun might lose the title, because they might transition to Braun and him in the world title scene. Which I can see them doing. I really don't think he's I don't think they do all this for him to lose. It does help Gunther, but the whole can he do it? I think he's got to finally do the big one. He's lost to Gunther multiple times. He lost to Gunther at Saturday night's main event. We got to see him get a W.
Yep.
And this whole tripping thing, the fact that they're turning it into a storyline.
Yeah, I like it. It works. Because it's all, he can't take the pressure. And they'll probably do something at WrestleMania where he might trip and or he might almost screw something up, and then he saves himself, and that's how he wins the match.
WrestleMania 7, Ultimate Warrior Macho King, it was the career-ending match. They didn't even call it the retirement match. It was a career-ending matchup, according to Gorilla Monsoon.
Yeah.
And the tagline on the promo. Warrior does his Gorilla Press Slam and the Splash, which beat everybody, right?
Yeah.
After Macho King nailed 5 elbows and Warrior kicked out. Warrior does his thing where he does the Gorilla Press and the Splash, and Savage kicks out. And for about 3-4 minutes, Warrior's looking like, wait a minute, am I like really not supposed to beat this guy?
Yeah.
And he does this thing where it looks like he's going to start the walk, and then Savage attacks him, and Sherry holds him so Savage could do the axe handle over the guardrail, right?
Yeah.
Well, Warrior then it starts to click in his head. Oh, I can do this. And he throws Sherry halfway across, like basically from that guardrail to almost over the fucking steps.
Yeah.
Like Sherry gets fucking launched.
Yeah.
Savage comes in. Savage eats basically the guardrail. And then Warrior's just like, getting all revved up and he's ready to go and he wins the match. That could be something like with Jay, to where like Jay starts to, not that I'm comparing Jey Uso to the Ultimate Warrior, but where like he starts to kind of doubt himself in the match, and then he does and something happens to where he gets his confidence back mid-match.
Yeah. They could do that.
I mean, it worked before.
Yeah, I think it would work.
So my question is: this a night one main event?
Yeah. Cena and
Yeah.
Cody's night 2.
Well, who knows? I mean, CM Punk might say night one main event better be me, Rollins, and Reigns. I need to get
It'd
what
be
I want.
fucked up if they don't. Jay won the Rumble. His name's main event Jey Uso. If they don't put him in the main event, that's fucked up.
Yeah. But then the other side is CM Punk has never main evented WrestleMania yet.
But that triple threat match is not really a main event type of match anyway.
It's basically Seth Rollins hates both guys.
It's a pretty big money match.
Yeah.
You got your 3 biggest
It's a
guys.
big money match, but I think a big money match is going to be like that's more like a middle of the pack money match,
Well,
because this card is not looking like WrestleMania like. This is starting to be look like have ratings of WrestleMania 22. This is how low selling of a WrestleMania this is.
I like 22.
he's right, but he's wrong.
27 was the shitty one, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, 27 was, but I said when it comes to attendance, they're saying that this might be one of the worst attended WrestleManias out there.
Well, Vegas has never really been good at attracting a WrestleMania crowd.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go and put their lives on the gambling and pay fucking $5,000 for a ticket.
Yeah, 'cause I was thinking about going this year, and I saw those ticket prices. I said, nah, man.
They've hiked it up.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, you'd have to open up a brothel just to pay for it.
Yeah, no. I didn't win the lottery this year, so no, that ain't happening.
Which we'll talk about off here.
Opening up a brothel?
No.
Anyway.
WrestleMania boys next year.
Eric will work it.
Where's
You got
WrestleMania
anything else
next year?
on Raw, or how about some AEW thoughts, Cleneth? You know where they're going with Swerve?
I'm hoping this is going to Moxley finally dropping this title. I think Swerve needs his title back. Swerve is the guy.
Yeah.
I think Moxley held this. I thought was brought in to be a transitional champion, especially these last 3 title rings. It was a transitional thing. And I'm thinking Moxley's holding that title hostage because he knows he's a transitional champion and he's making himself win these matches the way he's doing it. No.
Yeah, you know what would actually be funny, and I just thought of this? What if, we haven't seen the AEW World title since October when he won it.
Yeah.
What if they lost it and they're saying that it's locked up, but it's really like in some fucking pawn shop somewhere, fucking, and they can't fucking get the money. They can't fucking raise the money to get it back. Like, what if like fucking like Moxley or like Wheeler Yuta, or probably either Wheeler Yuta or Marina Shafir, because they're fucking stupid, fucking lost it on a fucking cab somewhere in Des Moines, and it's in a fucking pawn shop.
That would be insane.
Like, I mean, there has to be like a good reason why they're not showing that title anymore. And like, it's either A, they don't have the damn thing, or B, someone pissed on it in a sex tape.
I have a theory.
That someone pissed on it in a sex tape?
No,
By the way, she's no longer under contract to AEW.
I think
Saraya.
Oh.
I think Brian Danielson has it.
The sex tape?
No, the world title.
All right.
He bought it from the pawn shop in Des Moines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's coming back at Dynasty. He's gonna help Swerve win. It all comes full circle.
That can happen. That can happen.
And then we get Mox and Danielson all in.
Well, I mean, we don't even know what kind of shape his neck is in.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, guys, we're gonna head out of here. We'll be back next week for the breakdown. Wrestling the main
No show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow. We'll be back next week, and we'll see everybody next time.
Yeah. And there is the show for Saturday has already been recorded. It's Super Mario Brothers Super Show and versus Justice League.
Yep. We'll see everybody there.
All the episodes this weekend will be dropping Saturday and Sunday.
Cool.
I got
Cool.
that taken care of.
And I tell you what, you said next Friday you guys will do a WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We'll see everybody next time.
Later,
Later.
guys.